Hey, what's up, everyone? It is your boy Michael Henderson, New Grow Wellness, Self Transformation Mastery. That is who we are, why we're here, and what we do every day, 24, 365. Today, I have to talk to you about something. We all, no matter, if you're alive today in this world, in America, wherever you are, chances are you're looking for some form of significant change and transformation in your life. I'm a wellness and fitness coach, so we're going to talk about that. Might be financial, which there's something called financial fitness. So, fitness does not mean physical fitness. Physical fitness is a type of fitness, but there's so many different fitness: emotional fitness, spiritual fitness, mental fitness, financial fitness, right? Relationship fitness, right? Fitness means your capacity of what you can endure, right? You build capacity to endure more, right? So, chances are you're looking for significant change and transformation in your life, in your personal life, i.e., how you look, how you feel, how you perform, how your clothes fit, how much money you make. If you want significant change and results, you have to do these four things, or not do these four things, I guess, right? So let's get right into it. Number one, we have to stop the insanity. We all know that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing, expecting something different. Doing the same thing, expecting something different, other than what you've gotten before. Like, oh, I'm going to lose weight. And what do? We go right back to the same thing that didn't work the first 19 times. And that might be a little confusing because you might, when I watch what I eat and I work out, yeah, I lose the weight. But then what makes the weight come back? What makes the weight come back? Right? So let's open this up. We have to stop the insanity, which is crazy that there's workout videos called insanity. I wouldn't buy that. Why would you buy a workout video called insanity? I mean, nothing against Sean T25, great. Beachbody, fine, cool. But personally, I'm being playful on the wordplay. Like, does this program not work? Right? So we constantly just burn and spin on wheels, doing the same thing year in, year out, cardio, or this and doing this, right? And we're just not yielding permanent results, life transformation results, right? Anybody can lose weight, anybody can gain a little bit of muscle for the most part. But are you keeping that with you, or is it just temporary? If it's temporary, that's insane, isn't it? Because you're just going to be right back in a year, 6 months. You're going to want to do it again and again and again and again. It's insanity, and it's literally affecting us on an emotional and a psychological imprint, right? It's affecting us, and epigenetics, something called epigenetics, will tell you that those modalities, or that way of thinking, will affect your generations, up to 18 generations. What you do now can affect you up to 18 generations. So your children's 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 children, 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 children. Think about that. And part of who you are comes from up to 18 generations behind you, right? So it's a cool thing to know that you have the ability to make a difference, right? But if you want change, you literally have to upgrade your lifestyle. Again, I'm going to try to make this shorter than my previous video. All right. So sub 17 minutes. But you have to upgrade your lifestyle. You have to upgrade your lifestyle, right? When you go from middle school to high school, that's considered an upgrade. Could you imagine being a freshman? But I've never been held back, thankfully. But could you imagine thinking you're going to freshman year with the rest of your friends, and they're like, no, dude, you didn't pass 8th grade. You just got downgraded, right? It's an upgrade. You have to upgrade your lifestyle, which means you have to change and permanently keep how you live. You can't just change your life to yield results and then go back to what you were doing. It's going to sabotage and take away those results, and each time you do that, it's going to make it harder to reobtain those results and keep them. It's called yo-yo dieting, or yo-yo whatever, lifestyle, fads, right? We see it New Year's Eve, we see it before spring break, we see it either at the end of summer or at the beginning of summer, right? People go in hard and then they don't maintain it, right? So maybe the process behind that is to not do so much all at once. Make gradual changes. Make changes over time. Changes that you can keep. I was speaking to my significant other earlier, and I was just telling her how, like, it's been over a year of me brushing my teeth with my right hand. I'm left-handed. 32 years of brushing my teeth with my left hand. Okay, 30 years. I don't know when I learned how to brush my teeth, but um, and we know that opposite works opposite part of the brain. I'm left-handed, so my creative side of my brain is always going. My artsy, music, flow, color side, right? Like it's probably why I was a freaking hippie for a while. I'm always a hippie at heart. But so to activate the other side of my brain first thing in the morning, I use my right hand to brush my teeth. It is completely normal to me now. After a year, it is so normal. I literally grab it with my right hand, which is funny because the medicine cabinet is to the right side of me anyway, so I don't have to do this. I just grab it and start brushing my teeth, and it feels completely natural. And now I'm progressing to adding dry skin brushing. So I think sometimes what happens is we go, I'm going to work out 6 days a week. I'm going to meal prep twice or 3 times a week. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And then all of a sudden you're like, right? You're carrying all these balls. You're carrying all these balls, right? Metaphorically speaking, right? You're carrying all these balls. 1 ball for cardio 6 times a week. 1 ball for weightlifting. 1 ball for meal prep. 1 ball for this. 1 meal from abstinence from hanging out with your friends and having alcoholic beverages and what you enjoy, right? And being social, right? And all of a sudden you're gonna drop. You can't carry all those balls, right? And you don't need big balls, right? Ha ha ha. Might be funny, yeah. Whatever. Just carry a little one. Every night after dinner, I'm going to walk 20 minutes. Or you say I'm gonna walk 20 minutes a day, because it might, like you might want it after dinner, but let's say you go out to eat, then you're gonna do it before that, right? That's 20 minutes. Everybody has 20 minutes. The most busiest CEO still puts in 10, 20 minutes of working out before they start their day. You can do it too. Start with something small. I'm going to go to 2 classes a week. Start with something small and maintain that. You know why people do 90-day challenges? Because supposedly if you do anything for 90 days straight, it creates a habit. Well, there's a whole hell of a lot of people that have done 90-day challenges and still didn't create that habit because it's so intense. It's an intense 90 days. People are losing 45 pounds, 30 pounds in 90 days. That's great, but that's intense. You can't drive your Lamborghini pedal to the metal all the time. Any car. You got to take it easy, right? Because you want it to last with you. You want permanent lifestyle changes and upgrades so you can keep the results that you've earned. That's the cool thing, right? It's just like if you want to make more money, you can decide to spend less as well as bring up your income, or you could just bring up your income, or you could just spend less, right? It could be $10, it could be $100, it could be 10,000, whatever you want to do. We have this control, we have this free will, and you have it when it comes to transformation. We have to stop the insanity. You have to change your life. Pick 1 or 2 things so it doesn't seem overwhelming, but stick with it, and that's it, right? Like I've been doing keto. I'm not gonna like, I'm done with keto. If I do, I have to reverse it just as long as it took me to get here, right? Like I've been exercising since I was 11. I've been exercising since I came out the womb, but like weight training since I was 11 years old. I still do it. I don't need to do it as much as I did when I was growing and younger and playing sports. But the efficiency, right? Think of efficiency. Doing less, doing little to get a big result versus trying to do all this shit and what's is going to backfire because it's so hard to maintain all that in this day in life we live, right? So I gotta go to the second point because I'm already at a long video. So upgrade, stop the insanity, make permanent changes, small permanent changes in your life. Upgrade your lifestyle. If you want to lose weight, you got to stop eating McDonald's. There's no point in time where you should have McDonald's. I'm not saying don't eat burgers. I'm not saying don't eat fries. I'm saying don't go to McDonald's. That's an upgrade. You just don't do McDonald's. I used to drink Speedway coffee. I upgrade. I don't drink Speedway coffee anymore. I make my own coffee. And then I'll probably upgrade from there and buy a certain, right? Okay. Second thing that you need to do if you want to get permanent changes is no more puppy nutrition. I think I'm the first person to coin this term, puppy nutrition. And what I mean by puppy nutrition, you ever try to keep a puppy's attention? Bird, butterfly, squirrel, chew joy. Oh, your leg. Oh, my tail. I'm a puppy. We do the same thing when it comes to nutrition. Oh, I'm doing this. Sometimes a week later, 2 weeks later, that didn't work. I'm doing this. Oh, I'm taking this protein shake. I'm trying fasting. I'm doing keto. I'm eating 1 meal a day. I'm eating every 2 hours. I'm doing this. Can I do a challenge? I'm doing this. You have to give your body time. Minimal is 2 weeks. Minimal. And that's somebody that's like prime. That's somebody that's already have a prime metabolism, already has been doing it, already like has the experience. 2 weeks. But if you got tremendous transformation you're looking for, composition change, weight loss, muscle gain, you need to stick with the plan. Again, that's why the 90-day plans exist, because you need it. I'm saying like at least 90 days before you can even get changes. 2 weeks, your internal workings are still trying to figure out what they're feeling. The glycogen's moving around, the water, all this stuff, the blood flow's increasing. All these things are happening, right? And even like if you start a weightlifting program, like that's trauma to your body. I'm not saying it's bad, but you have to give your body time to heal itself. You'll have people go run miles before they weigh in. It's like, well, why do they gain weight? It's like, because you just went through trauma and your body has to retain glycogen so you can replenish, right? And I'm not saying start tricking when you weigh in, but what I'm simply saying is we have to stop looking at what everyone else is doing and losing our attention. Where energy goes, where your focus goes, energy flows. That's why it's called currency. Currency is a form of payment. Energy, currency. Where does energy flow? If your mind's over there, your energy's over there. Just like when you squat, wherever your eyes are, which is attention, your body goes. Right? It just works. It works. So focus, write down your goals, write down your whys, outcome, purpose, actions. What outcome do you want? What purpose it serves, and massive action you need to do to take it. And I know I say massive action, but in this day and age, massive action is maintaining something of an upgrade. Right? You can't just food prep for a couple weeks and be like, oh, it's not working. No, you need to food prep. Give me a year. Give me a year. Right? Give me a half a year. Anybody you see on Instagram, Facebook, myself, during competition time, any of that, it don't come easy. It's not just 2 weeks. It's not 3 months. All right? My meal prep, my contest preps would be like 20 to 26 weeks long. And we go, man, how did you do that long? It was gradual, right? The more I maintain this gradual spacing, just like on the highway, right, it yielded more. It's like compound interest. We don't see it because it's small, but then by year 2, it's like, oh, year 5, you're like, oh, year 10, you're like, okay, I got it. I see it now. It's the same thing. Stay consistent. Stay focused. Don't worry about what Jane Doe is doing, or Lisa, or Billy Bob. Don't worry about what they're doing. Even like I said the other day, if we're both doing keto, I'm going to do it different than you because I have a different lifestyle. You have to think about each individual's family and their life as their own culture. It's a microculture, right? It's a micro ecosystem, right? Everybody's house is a micro ecosystem, and then each person has their own culture within themselves. That's like when you get married or you get in a relationship, you have to learn and understand one another, because you come with this culture, they come with this culture. And I'm not talking about are you black, are you white, are you Mexican. I'm not talking about that grand culture, macro culture of countries and states, right? But it starts with you, and then it's your family, and then it's your other family, and then it's your neighborhood, and then it's your city, and then it's your town or your state, and then your country, right? So don't worry about what they're doing. You can get advice and ask and maybe get some tips and everything, but don't completely change what you're doing. That goes with point 1. You have to maintain your upgrades and long enough to assess the results. And then if you feel like things need to change, make small, minute course corrections. Small. If you miss your exit on the highway, you don't turn all the way around to get back on that exit. Sometimes I guess people do that, but you don't need to. You get off on the next exit and it'll reroute you. Small course correction. Okay? Point 3, there's only 4, so we're almost here. Point 3 is you got to be like Johnny Cash, man. Right? I know. Corny, cliche, whatever you want to call it. I know, but it's just how I remember things. You got to be like Johnny Cash, and you got to walk the line. Somewhere in my videos there's a video about that, but you got to walk the line. And my yoga teacher, who I hold dear to me, Benji from the Heart Yoga, she would always say, you have to push the edge. You have to push the edge and meet yourself where it's like, I'm borderline uncomfortable, right? Like, I'm borderline nervous. This is borderline the edge of what I can give, what I can do. You always go there and you push it. Don't jump off the edge. That's back to that insanity, right? Like, yeah, I can go do 2 hours of cardio, but why? Because I know I'm not going to do that tomorrow. I do 2 hours cardio a day, I'll probably never get on cardio for another month or so, because I'm doing 2 hours, what? But I can do 10 minutes hard. I can go hard for 10 minutes because I know it's 10 minutes and I'll get the rest of my life to rest, right? So you have to push that limit. If you're afraid of something, right? I once heard a coach say, fear, right? When you're nervous, that's how you know you're alive. Because our body is made up of a bunch of nerve cells, nervous system. right? So when that's firing, fight or flight response, that's how you know you're alive. It's your choice. You're going to flee or you're going to fight. You're going to flee or you're going to fight. You know, and that's with anything. It's not just heavy weights or box jumps or pull-ups or running or sprinting. That moment you feel that, ooh, I don't know, I'm uncomfortable. That's when you need to stop, breathe, punch through. Count to 5 and go. You can't think about it. Don't flee from it. You have to push the edge and continuously push that edge, because as you push the ceiling keeps raising. Right? So 1, 2, 3, these steps are coming together, right? You have to make lifestyle changes. You have to upgrade your life. And you do that by focusing on you and what you want and your outcome and purpose and actions. And you push that edge. All about the action. You keep pushing the edge. Push, push, push. Right? You know, I mean, it's not going to always be easy. You're going to have some, you know, intimidation and all that. That's fine. But always go back to, why am I doing this? What outcome am I seeking? You know what I mean? Am I 32 with children and I'm like, my heart rate's bad, my blood pressure's poor, like my gut is bad, I have diabetes, type 2, my posture's bad, I'm not out playing with my children, I'm not being romantic with my wife or my husband or whoever, right? Whatever your outcome is, I do it for my family that I don't even have yet, right? Like I do it for qualitative longevity. I don't want to be 60 and be like, oh my gosh, I gotta have back surgery. I don't want to be 80 and be like, oh, I need hip replacements. That still may happen, but being 80 and getting a hip replacement and being healthy where your body will heal quicker than being 80 and not being healthy, where your body might reject that foreign object, right? So outcome, purpose, action. Use that energy to continuously push the line. And there's different ways you push the line, right? It could be, you find what your tendency is, as far as like your struggle. Like, what is your tendency when you struggle? What do you tend to do when you struggle? Do you tend to back away and self-sabotage? Do you tend to numb out and eat and like binge? Do you tend to not eat? Do you tend to slack on your workouts? Do you tend to skip workouts? Whatever that tendency is, you have to buck up and kill it. Kill it. Maybe not instantly, but like hunters, you got to track it, kill it. If you shoot it and it's still not dead, you better walk up to it and kill it. You got to kill it, right? Like, my tendency as what I do is like, oh, you know, I got half an hour free time. That's not enough to sit down and really get into my videos or responding to emails. It's an hour. It's still plenty of time. Whether I answer 1 email or 10, it's still plenty of time. Even with my movement, like, oh, you know, I don't like to rush for my workouts, go an hour, but okay, so I do 45 minutes, an hour worth of emails, and I go do 2 sets of kettlebell swings and push-ups and bodyweight squats. Right? Like, what is your tendency? Or when I'm tired, that's when I don't even care. I just feel like eating crap. I just want to eat. Okay, so what's my tendency? I know I'm tired, so I'm gonna be extra focused on getting my nutrition in today. Because I know that when I'm tired, my tendency is to want sugar, crunchy things, shit. Just, I don't even care. So I'm more mindful. I'm more aware of my tendencies. When you work out, do you tend to go towards your strength? Right? Cardio might be tough for you. Endurance might be tough for you. You like lifting heavy weights, so that's all you focus on. It's kind of like guys that have the pin needle legs and big upper bodies because they skip leg day. And they go, oh, they got it on my back, on my knee. I played this sport. Dude, I have a back injury. I have a herniated disc. I don't care. Legs are my strong point. My legs develop quicker than anything else. I want it all. I want to be complete, right? Like, I worked hard on my upper body to bring it up to my legs, but I also have to work hard on my legs because they carry my genetic disposition for body fat, right? So what is your tendency? You have to push that limit. You have to push that edge. Dare to be great. Take that action. All about that action. Final step, step four. Oh, 20 minutes. Step 4 is you have to measure, track, and analyze, right? So you're changing the insanity and you're making small changes. You're focusing on what you're doing versus what somebody else is doing and why you're doing it and what you're looking to get from it. You're going to push the line. You're going to push the edge. You're going to walk that line of insanity. Of the other insanity, like not doing the same thing, right? Craziness. And then you have to measure your progress. You have to measure and track it. You know, again, if you want total transformation, it might be body fat loss. You know, it might be muscle gain and body fat loss. Like we do scannings here, bioelectric impedance. We'll do your cellular hydration, your mineral density, your visceral fat, your metabolism efficiency, your body fat percent, your weight. That's like 6 or 7, just 6 or 7 right there. We'll also take your inches with the tape measure. That's a whole nother unit of measure. We'll look at how your clothes through pictures and how you look visually look. That's another one. We'll look at your performance and do performance testing. Oh, you could only touch your knees. Now you could touch mid shin, or you could touch your toes. Like you have to measure and track, and there's more than one modality to do that. It might not always be weight. You might be taking your weight, and you don't need to worry about weight. You might need to look at your inches or your body fat, or just pictures. You know, like so many competitors get hung up with what's my body fat. It doesn't matter. I mean, I get you want to know, and I'll tell you, but it doesn't matter because you went off a visual, and I can tell you that from experience, right? So you have to track, measure, and analyze. So you track it and you look at it. Don't be afraid to look at it, or work with a qualified professional and have them help you understand what they're seeing. Time and time again, men or women. You know, you have somebody hop on a scale, and I've had it in every scenario. They lose zero point 0.8 pounds. And mind you, this person is probably only has 4 or 5 pounds to lose total. And they're just pissed off their butt. I've been doing all this work. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's been 2 weeks, dude. You're 40 years old. Your whole life you haven't been doing this. So, like, just relax. We have to, like, if you want to retire early and you don't retire early in the first year, are you going to give up on saving money in your IRA or 401k? No, you would probably save harder. Right? That's what analyzation and tracking allows you to do, is to say, okay, this is the work I've been putting in. Good job. It's not that it's not working. It's never that it's not working. It's what course corrections, what fine tunements do I need to make, right? Like high-powered sports cars and jet engines and rockets, they do the same thing. Ooh, yeah, launched, it got to its destination, but we noticed this was a little off. The fuel wasn't efficient. What do we need to change? What do we need to tweak? Oh, it was windy that day, right? It's the same thing, but you can't do that if you don't track and analyze. The first thing I do when I work with somebody is like, I need to see your food. If you don't record, you need to go back or record for the next week or two and then give that to me. I can't just give you a meal plan or macronutrients to follow. I mean, I can, but that might set you off 3 weeks back instead of just starting where you are and going forward. So I'm literally about to run out of time and space. So track and analyze it. Don't just track and analyze it. Like, don't just fill out your MyFitnessPal, look at it and go, why is one day my fat's 80 grams, the next day it's 30, and the next day it's in between? Like, I need consistency. It helps you be consistent and grow. All right, that is it. 22 minutes and my phone is blinking at me because we have 654. Hit the like button to subscribe. Hope you find your